So welcome back to Shop everybody. My name is Andy with Boatworks Today, and in this video we're going to be addressing some issues that are going on with these storage cubbies here. Now, setting aside the cosmetic parts, because that's kind of the result of the cause of the problem here, which is there's really just no reinforcement there. And because of that, this is where people typically get on and off the boat, so everybody is stepping on here. This combing takes the most of the grunt, more so than probably any other area on the deck here. So we need to come up with a way that we can reinforce this, but also, keeping in mind that we don't want to, cut this or divide this in half and then lose all of the storage space. This is an ideal place for storing fishing rods, that kind of thing. So we need to figure out a way that we can reinforce this as well as maintain access for these holes or for a fishing net, something that's going to be longer than, say, like 2 feet long. What we're going to do is we're going to do all the grinding on here. We're going to remove all the damaged material. Then coming back for the glass work, we're going to be trying something kind of cool here. Typically I like to use 1708, but this is an area in particular that just screams wanting to use like a unidirectional type of material. And what that is, it's a type of glass that's really strong in one direction and not so strong in the other direction. So for this spot specifically, what we're looking for is stiffness running this way, right? So this is a little piece of that unidirectional. Now, this is, when you hold the material like this, you can see it doesn't flex much, right? But now if you try and fold it in an area where the fibers are running, say on an area that you wanted to wrap it around, this stuff becomes extremely pliable. So we're going to start off by using that. So old materials removed, we're going to lay in 3 layers of unidirectional fiberglass. This is all going to be done using 5-to-1 epoxy. Because on the back side here, there's some areas that you can't really see it, but there's some work that you can do on the back side here to really stiffen this up, and we're going to give that a shot as well. So we're going to mix up some thickened epoxy. We're going to be thickening that up. Now for doing this, we're going to take we're going to be still sticking with the 5-to-1, but we're going to thicken it with some silica, some milled glass fibers, as well as some micro balloons. Easiest way to apply it, because it's in a hidden area on an underside. Again, it doesn't need to look beautiful, but it needs to get where it needs to be put in a certain place. So we're going to dump that material into a piping bag. And then we're going to come in here, put on our best chef's hat, and we're going to try and butter up the backside of here, smoothing it out with our hands and creating somewhat of a fillet. After that starts to set up, then if we want, we can come in and lay some more unidirectional glass along the backside. And between having some on the backside as well as on the front, hopefully that will be enough to stiffen up this area. So now, fast forward a few days. We did all the glass work, got the fairing on the back, and at that point we did a little bit of testing, and the consensus was that this was plenty strong enough. I weigh $180. I can stand up on this and it doesn't really flex much at all. Certainly a huge improvement over what it was. So at that point, made the decision that we're going to run with this. So gave the area a cleaning and then another quick sand down, and then we came over with some Total Fair. Now we're at the shaping and the fine tuning prior to finishing. So that's kind of where we're at now. And again, this is going to be one of those areas you can't really template this or jig this. It's all going to be done by feel and by sight. If it looks good and it feels good, as far as I'm talking about the fairing, if it looks and feels good, then it's good. If there's any type of surface defect on there, you will feel it. And if all feels good, then it's time for prime and paint. let's see how we did here. All right, I don't hear any cracking. I think the repair we did on here it feels great. I'm comfortable. I'm gonna move on to finishing. So I don't think there's anything more that we can do to this to stiffen it up. So I'm calling it good.